so y'all can hear me. Hey you guys. Usually I have a few topics that I want to talk about and different things, but there's something that I want to talk about. I'm not gonna do my usual topics. This is something that I wanted to talk about. Sorry I look real crazy right now. I didn't have a chance to, pretty up or anything for the video, pretty up or anything for the video. I've been busy all day, ripping and running, doing things. It's cold out here, but there's something that I want to speak on. I've been wanting to speak on it for a couple of days, but I've kind of kept quiet because I didn't want to offend anyone. I feel like when black people rally together about a certain subject, and one black person doesn't agree, they have to really bite their tongue because they don't want to offend anyone. So I bit my tongue because they don't want to offend anyone. So I bit my tongue because I didn't want to offend anybody, but I think I need to speak on it instead of, writing how I feel in the comments and, just being angry about it. And, I just feel like, let me go ahead and say what I have to say. I feel like people attack me, for the things I write in the comments on Instagram. Um, and of course, if I write a long, long message explaining where I'm coming from and everything, nobody's going to read it. I mean, it's ridiculous. So I'm going to just go ahead and speak about it. Um, What's been trending is the Centoya Brown case. Just a quick little recap about it. It was about a 16-year-old girl. She was a prostitute, had a pimp. Um, this guy picked her up. She went over to his house. They had sex. She ended up killing the man. She ended up getting a life sentence. I know that Kim Kardashian has advocated for her to get out. They said she was a child at the time being forced into prostitution, and she needs to go free. So I want to speak on this. I feel like people pick and choose what they want to rally behind, based on who's rallying behind that person and if it's trending and if it suits them for the moment. Um, I don't really have any sympathy for the choice that Centoya made. I think a lot of you all haven't done your research on the young lady, and you're only going off of what you see on the Shade Room Instagram page and not really looking at what's going on. There are people who have actually done their research. You can only do so much research. I mean, you can only give what is put out there unless you go and speak to Centoya personally or the victim, and you can't speak to him because he's dead. But first of all, I want to say sorry to the victim's family and mother that they had to lose somebody. Um, I feel like a lot of people are looking at the victim as though he's a bad person because he was a trick. Um, when your favorite rappers like Young Miami, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, all of them promote prostitution all the time. So he was only doing what they want men to do all the time anyway. She was 16 years old at the time. But the way her body was built, she looked every bit of 2021. So I'm sure, she didn't get in the car and tell the man, yeah, I'm 16 years old. So that's number one. Stop looking at him like a bad person. I will say this. She made that choice to stand in front of that gas station where that man picked her up and get in the car with that man. She made a choice to go to that man's home. She made the choice to, when that man's back was turned, to shoot that man, then came up with the excuse that she thought he was reaching for a gun to harm her. She said when she got there, he showed her all these guns. Most of y'all women from the hood that done had men that are drug dealers or with guns, y'all done seen, they done showed off their gun collection to y'all too. Okay. Her being forced into prostitution, that was a choice she made. Okay. No one came into that man, that pimp didn't come into her home and grab her out of her bed and say, you gonna prostitute for me. See, you all don't know the backstory. So when you say people are forced into things, don't use that word so loosely. That young lady had a gun when she shot that man. So instead of shooting him, why couldn't she have held a gun at him as she was backing her ass out the door if she felt unsafe. Why couldn't she do that? Why did she have to shoot that man when he turned his back? When he didn't show any indication that he was trying to hurt her, he hadn't harmed her. She said she thought he was reaching for a gun. So that gave her the right to go ahead and shoot that man down. When she had a gun herself, and if she thought that that was going to be the result, she could have sat there and aimed that gun at him and got her ass up out of there. She chose to shoot that man. And you all want to take up for this young lady because Kim Kardashian is advocating for her. And Kim Kardashian is only doing these things because her ass is getting old, her body getting played out. People don't want to see it anymore. So she's trying to do something to keep her black audience because y'all the damn fools want to follow this bitch all the time like she's something to look at and she's not. Now, do I believe people don't deserve a second chance? Absolutely. People do absolutely deserve a second chance. But once you've given someone a life sentence because you wanted to, you gave him the life sentence. If she was defending her life or something else, this man was choking her, this or that, she reached for the gun. Okay, that's one thing. She wasn't defending herself. She wasn't in there putting up a fight for her life. She chose to do that and rob that man and take her damn money. Now, I know a lot of y'all gonna say, well, with the pimp she had, either she come back with some money or face the goddamn repercussions. The pimp wouldn't have a car or a place to stay if it wasn't for her out there selling her body. So what I'm saying is, if she chose to run away or get away from that man, how he gonna find her if she the one supporting his lifestyle? What he gonna do, hire a private investigator to find her with what money? You think she went into that victim's home and said to him, sir, I'm 16 years old, I'm being forced into prostitution, could you please help me? No, did you all think about that? Do you all think about his mother and him being taken away from his family? Do you all think about that? So don't look down on him because he was a trick, because a lot of y'all selling y'all pussy to this day. Who haven't? For y'all bitches that's out there broke and needed to feed y'all self. Don't do that. Look at it from both sides. I know a lot of people is only going for it because the girl is light skinned. If she was a dark skinned, ugly, bald head ass motherfucker, y'all wouldn't look twice or give a fuck. Now, I'm not saying Cynotia is the one reaching out telling people, oh, advocate and fight for me. People are doing that for her sake. But what I'm saying is, what about all the women on a daily basis that are in prison for life because they killed a man, because they caught the man raping their daughter, raping their sons? The man was choking them, raping them. They went to go prostitute themselves and ended up getting a knife pulled on the man trying to kill them and this and that. So they had to defend themselves, in self-defense. And now they facing life. What about them? That wasn't her story. That wasn't her case. And I'm just getting fed up with the black community picking and choosing what they want to rally behind when really y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all look at a story, say, oh, that's so sad. Go out and march for a day or two, then it's back to y'all regular life. Y'all not getting together behind the scenes to try to figure out a way to come to terms with what's going on in the world and fix it. Y'all don't give a fuck. All y'all give a fuck about is social media, fucking, sucking, shaking y'all ass, getting other people tea, getting high to suppress the problems you going through, and then coming on social media taking your anger and shit out on everybody else because of the shit you going through. Y'all want to pick and choose what y'all want to agree with and what y'all don't want to agree with without getting the full story. And that's the problem with me. I don't care that was a white man that she killed. I'm not looking at race. Because see, that post that was put up on the Shade Room today with Pastor John Gray and the things that he was saying, and let's rally behind everybody. We not racist for no one race. And when y'all hear these gospel things, y'all want to post this up and give them likes up, but then y'all next post is, oh, this dirty ass bitch, this dirty. It ain't about the man race. I don't care if you white, black, blue, or green. If you take a life for the reason of obtaining money, or to steal something for someone, or just killing them for fun, you should have a life sentence as well. And don't get it twisted. A lot of these young teens or people under 18 years old commit crimes because they feel like once they're 21 years old, they'll be released from jail because they'll be charged as a teenager and they won't be charged as an adult. So a lot of them commit crimes for that very reason. But she deserves a second chance. I feel like that's up to God, not us. Okay? She played God when she took that man's life. And now she tired of sitting behind bars. Or y'all felt like she done been behind there long enough. But if she had shot y'all son, or y'all motherfucking daughter, or y'all daddy, and gave y'all a life sentence of having heartache and pain from not having y'all family member there, y'all want her to stay behind bars. So no, it's not up to me to say whether this woman should stay behind bars or not, but I'm definitely going to bring attention to the fact of you all need to get the whole story on everything and stop looking at stop sitting there complaining about how the justice system does us as black people, but then we want to take the law into our own hands and decides who gets a fair trial and not, depending on their race. It's not right. It's hypocritical. A man lost his life. And that's the same way we would like the justice system to look at us when we lose our life to the hands of a European or a Caucasian, that we were somebody and that we had a life. So, like I said, this is the way that I feel about it. If you all don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to look at my videos. You don't have to follow me. That's fine. That's okay. But I wanted to get it out because it was bothering me, and I wanted to let the people know who don't agree with what's trending and that she should go free and everything. That's okay if you don't feel that way. Everybody has different opinions. You know, there's an opinion for an opinion. You got yours, you got your opinion, bitch, I got mine. You know, don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to have a different opinion. Don't feel like because I'm black, I gotta go the black way. Go the right way. That's where I'm at with it. Going the right way. I feel like people take life for granted every goddamn day. And it's fucked up. Now, was that man right for being out picking a prostitute? Who's to say? That's not my decision or yours. Because you all listen to Young Miami, who was 13 in the third grade, talking about don't give up no pussy because he done took you to Red Lobster, charge $1,000 for the pussy. Got bitches up there popping their ass about to break their neck in her music video, but the bitch can't read. Her man, she talking about, yeah, he beat hoes, calling herself a hoe, but this man was wrong for picking up a prostitute. Y'all wrong. Y'all wrong out there in the social media world. And I just want to do this video because I'm tired of biting my tongue. And for y'all that want to speak up, speak the fuck up, whether people like it or not. Attention needs to be brought. And you know, if Cynotia, you know, if this word did get back to her, you know, if she does go free and see this video, I mean what I say. You are a human being. We all acknowledge that. You made a mistake. We acknowledge that you were in the heat of the moment, and you know, and I think we use the word mistake loosely too, because like I said, a mistake is playing with a gun and it accidentally goes off. When you point it at somebody and pulling the trigger, that's not a mistake. That's something that you chose to do. And I know she did her time, and I know she's asked God for forgiveness and has changed her life and different things like that. But when she's giving somebody a life sentence, she should give something equally. Now, if that means she doesn't do life in jail, when she gets out, she should be held to do something for the rest of her life that makes up for what she did. She shouldn't be able to get out and live life freely like the rest of the people who haven't committed a crime. That's not right. Let's advocate for the people that are wrongly accused and facing life, who haven't did anything. Let's advocate and fight for them. Kim Kardashian isn't going to do that. She's not going to do that. So I'm tired of y'all following her like she's God. She's not. The way the way us as a people follow people. You know, I love Beyonce's music, but the way we treat them as though they're gods and goddesses, and getting these artists' names tattooed on our body and swearing by their music like it's the Bible and it's the holy word and this is what you have to live by. This is fucking sad. The way they're demasculating our men is sad. Do you know that there's a report out that 70% of the people in Georgia, African Americans, have HIV? So it went from the men having it to these women sleeping with the down low men. Now they have it. To the men dressing like women, the women dressing like men. They don't give a fuck. People going on orgy parties. You got Amber Rose saying, oh yeah, I done slept with a bisexual man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So now the women thinking it's okay and they doing it. Now everybody motherfucking sick. But y'all talking about free this girl. Free yourselves and y'all soul and y'all mind before y'all worried about freeing somebody else. Tell Kim Kardashian to free herself from the reality that she's stuck in, that she's our queen. She's better than us. This is the epitome of beauty, and this is the standard of beauty. Tell her to free her motherfucking self. Because she's not herself. She don't represent the woman that the person she was born to be. She's altered everything about herself. Just like she's altering the things that she do, and y'all are listening to it. It's sad, and I'm angry, and I'm upset about it, and I'm going to talk about it. And I don't care if anybody watches this video if they don't, but I'm going to speak on it. Stop looking to these celebrities like they're gods. Stop being so in tune on their tea and their problems and suppressing you all's problem with alcohol and drugs, living by their lyrics and their music like it's the Holy Bible. Stop doing that. Stop picking and choosing what y'all want to rally behind because it's a trend. That's not okay. There was a victim involved. He had a family. Okay, Cynotia Brown made a choice, and you all are being fed the short version, the version that gives you all empathy, and you're not looking at the whole story. A lot of you all are looking at the fact that this man was white. A lot of you all are looking at the fact that this man was a trick. A lot of you all are looking at the fact that this girl is light-skinned, so she should go free. No, look at the whole goddamn story. Let's be for each other and everybody. Okay? It's not just us as a race, because we all back each other up as a race when it comes to something trending and marching, but we treat each other like a piece of shit on a daily fucking basis. That's the problem. And I'm going to say this too. A young girl committed suicide because she was teased by her black classmates because they was telling her she was too dark skinned. I want to say sorry, to her mother, having to lose her child. I feel sorry what that young girl had to go through. As parents, you really don't know what to say to your child when it comes to bullying. Of course, you don't want your child beating up and fighting everybody that says something to them, but you don't want to tell your child to ignore it either. So it's hard to handle, when your child is being bullied, you're not there. You want them to be strong, and it's tough. I was bullied because of my dark skin growing up. Let me just say that. We've all looked, when we was all growing up back in the day, things are changing now, but the standard of beauty was blonde hair, blue eyes, fair skin, curly hair. That was the standard of beauty. Yes, there are some racist Europeans. It's inbred in them. But when I have been racially profiled and treated bad because of my race, it's been by people of my race. It's been by black people. They have put me down so bad for being dark skinned. I've never encountered a white person who put me down because of my skin color. I've never encountered that. Have I seen racial situations? Absolutely. Are we living in a world where segregation and racial issues going on? Absolutely. But I've been in a room around a group of white people. I've gone to an all-white school in Lisle, Illinois. I've done that. And the people I've been picked on the most are by black people. And it's because my skin is dark. I don't understand it. I didn't understand it. When I went to that all-white school, it was a few black kids there, a small group of them. And they were the ones that teased me and treated me bad. I went through so much to alter my skin color as a child because of the way the people that were supposed to be my friends, the people who looked just like me, because of the way that they treated me. Stop this shit. If you're going to say you black and stand on it like New York says, stand in it in all fucking shades. Stop picking and choosing what y'all want to rally for and what y'all don't. It's not fair and it's not right. It's confusing and social media is turning into something horrible, where it should be a place for us to communicate with each other and let each other know what's going on. It turns into bashing sessions and people are losing their lives and so many celebrities are depressed and committing suicide and overdosing because of the comments people are leaving every day. It's wrong. It's fucked up. And at some point, we're going to have to stop this. They need to take social media down for a while. I feel so. I add some real restrictions to it because it's getting out of hand. So, like I said, I hope y'all get this message, and for the people out there who do have things to say that don't agree with what's trending, y'all don't agree with what everybody else saying, y'all can do that. I'm here to let you know y'all can do that. You can disagree. You don't have to feel the way everybody else feel. You don't have to rally behind a black person that did wrong because they black and the victim was white. You don't have to. Look at it in both ways. I look at it as like they were both people. He wasn't too damn racist. He picked her ass up knowing she was black. So stop that shit. Y'all have a blessed day. I'm done.